This back-to-school season, a number of parents say that safety is their biggest concern.
Yes, so as a part of our Fox in Focus series, Dominique Keith caught up with one of Harris County's top emergency leaders to find out what's being done to protect children, again, for this upcoming school year.
Safety starts with ensuring school buildings are as protected as possible, and that's where the fire marshal's office comes in. They not only inspect the structures, they also verify emergency action plans, such as making sure each school has an active shooter plan in place. Even as school hallways await the return of students and staff, they haven't been completely empty. David Carranza, an inspector with the Harris County Fire Marshal's office, has been in schools this summer working to make sure they'll be safe for students.
We check the doors to make sure that they function properly, but we also make sure that they lock.
A locking door can be important to keep a school shooter out, which is why many schools now have a two-door entry system and are equipped with what's called panic hardware.
So when you push the latch on the inside, the door opens freely. But on the outside, if you pull on the handle, it doesn't release. It's a one-way door, and that provides safety for the kids.
All of our goal is the same. You know, I have two grandchildren. I've got one going to pre-K and one going to college, and I'm worried too.
Lori Christensen is also the Harris County Fire Marshal, an agency responsible for far more than fire.
It's also part of the active shooter training and the alert training. We have numerous staff members who are trained in that, because we, as a law enforcement agency and a fire service agency, we work with both partners.
The biggest thing her office learned from the Uvalde school shooting?
How important communication is.
Which is why Fire Marshal Christensen says here in Harris County we have unified command.
It's when we come together, and it can be under a tent, it can be in a vehicle, it can be in a large command van. But unified command is when we all come together and we're all talking and ensuring that we're all on the same page.
That, she says, will help avoid a situation like we saw in Uvalde, where officers seemed to stand around not knowing who was in charge or what the plan was.
You know, we talk about previous school shootings, and you look back at all of them, and it's always about the communication and the unified command.
That, she says, will help avoid situations like we saw in Uvalde, where a number of officers seemed to be standing around unsure who was in charge and what the plan was. Now, Fire Marshal Christensen also says you should contact your child's school and ask about an emergency action plan and if the school has an active shooter plan of action. She says also make sure your kiddo knows they are a part of the safety team and let them know to report anything unusual. I'm Dominique Keith, Fox 26 News.